Guys, it's John here at National Sports Entertainment, and I wanted to do this video because I haven't done a live call in a pretty long time, and I was just getting the same vibes I got last time, and it's been like years because I'm not a Twitch streamer, so getting YouTube videos out, at halftime where they come out by the third quarter, which this one's going to, by the way, but it's still, I have to be, at home ready, like, with nothing going on. So basically, doesn't happen often. Last time we predicted it, the Jags came back from like 16 point. No, they were down they were down 28 to nothing against the Chargers in the playoffs, of course. Now, I'm noticing a lot of trends here that make me believe the Lions are going to win. And honestly, I could just like stand back and like most people would and just say nothing because I have said, many times, I love the Commander-in-Chief angle. If any team but the Lions is not going to go, the only one that makes sense, the Commanders. So I didn't do that to hedge. I just did it because that's what I believed. But I just have to, as I see things, I always give my honest opinion. Sometimes it ages well. Sometimes it ages like cheese in a suitcase. To me, there's no justification for the Lions being plus 160 right now. If I'm not mistaken, Goff got banged up. They started with the ball, and they're down 10. They should be like plus 260. Between that and just the fact that the Commanders got off to such a quick early start, this seems like such an obvious case of tale of the halves, where in the first half we see what the Commanders did, and in the second half we're going to more specifically look at Goff, and then in the second half where you're probably going to see 3 touchdowns or something like that. So seems pretty obvious to me. There's going to be a couple close calls. I see a couple field goals coming up for the Commanders. So that way, they can get 2 field goals. The Lions can get a touchdown, go for 2, stuff like that. So it, as predicted, definitely the craziest game of the year so far. We expected no less. The over was an obvious. So also for those out there, for the gambling gods, I'd like you guys to pray for my Jaden Daniels prop because I never hit player props, but I decided to pick him to actually put. It was 242 exactly is his passing prop. I picked McLaughlin to get a touchdown, which he was robbed of, but then he got one. I took the over. I took the Commanders to cover. The last one is I picked Daniels to rush for 66 yards. I figured they'd give him like a fitting number, a Satan number, right? So my luck will be there and then kneel the ball or something, but let's pray to the gambling gods that he gets that 66 yards because everything else is locked in. It's a pretty nice payout, too. I don't usually deviate from my typical betting strategy of just my Martingale, but decided to do a nice little prop. But yeah, plus 160 makes no sense at all to me. So I just wanted to kind of get this out there for people that might want to make a nice little plus unit bet. I think it's worth it. I put a little bit extra on the Lions, even though again I have Commanders covering. I went into how close of a game it's going to be, and of the 4 games this weekend, this would be the least of a shocker to me. It just seems to be completely set up for a Campbell victory speech, if about how they're so resilient and all that stuff. And then the Commanders still look great. So that's basically it. I just wanted to get that done real quick. I got the Chiefs cover. That's a funny one because this one was 8.5, I believe, when I did the video. It was 8.5 when I watched First Things First. I only watched them because they're really entertaining. And then you'll see it move to 9.5, and at the very end of the game, they laughed about it basically, and it was because of a ridiculous safety, but it was also a justified one. So they were pretty clever, but it's just really interesting. But yeah, that was kind of what I expected, a beatdown here, and this one's gonna be I think a photo finish with the Lions winning. So I just wanted to get that out there. Still like the Eagles to cover, or to win, I should say. The cover is always going to be close on that one. But it just, again, the Rams aren't moving along, I don't think. And then Ravens-Bills, I think the Bills win straight up. So nothing changed there. I really just wanted to get this out here for anyone to have the opportunity to. It was plus 160 last I checked, which I thought was ridiculous. So, yep. We'll see again. It might age bad, but I always just throw everything out there. I don't wait till afterwards and edit it so I look like I never get anything wrong. I throw takes out there and they age well or they don't. But again, as much as I love Commander-in-Chief and I would love to just ride that, I just feel like there's this Vegas always is going to give us the answer. And to me, the Vegas lines are not adding up with this score. And then again, the tail of the tape, the Campbell aspect, and the fact that I really think they're going to give the Chiefs just a challenge, all that stuff. I got the Lions coming back and winning this, and I just kind of wanted to double down on that for people to get some plus odd value. Probably got about, by the time it uploads, you'll probably still have about 5 minutes before the second half, and it's probably going to be a quick 3 and out or something. So maybe a field goal, but I think a 3 and out. So I would lock that in. So take care and happy earnings.